Indian Constitution at work. Constitution is essential for any democratic country. It is a volume of rules and regulations which determine the nature of the state and the system of government that implements its policies to achieve the basic aims and objectives of the state and its duties. Our country did not have it before independence. We became independent on 15th August 1947 as a result of great sacrifices of our leaders. A need for Constituent Assembly to design a suitable form of government was felt then. Constituent Assembly. The Cripps Mission 1942 proposed to set up a Constituent Assembly for the first time. The Cabinet Mission Plan also advised for setting up the same. Elections to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946. The members of this assembly were elected by the provincial legislative assemblies. The Indian states nominated their members. Representations was given to minority religions, backward classes, and women in the Constituent Assembly. Many members who brought credit to the Constituent Assembly had been elected. Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Babu Rajendra Prasad, K.M. Munishi, Rajagopalachari, Sir Tej Bahadur Sapru, Abdul Kalam Azad were the main members. Other famous members were T.T. Krishnamachari, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Gopalaswamy Iyengar, H.V. Kamath, N.H. Kunjru, K.T. Shaw, K. Santanam, B. Shivarao, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The Constituent Assembly met for the first time on 9th December 1946 and unanimously elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad as its chairman. The second meeting was held in January 1947. On achievement of independence, a special meeting of the Constituent Assembly was held at midnight on 14th to 15th August 1947. That day, the Constituent Assembly assumed power from the British government and became Indian Parliament. Thus, the Constituent Assembly took the responsibility of the Parliament along with the drafting the Constitution. The drafting committee was constituted on 29th August 1947. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was elected as its chairman. The Constituent Assembly constituted a number of committees. The constitutions of various countries were studied and a suitable draft constitution was drafted. At last, the revised constitution was approved in the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. Our constitution is a result of the tireless efforts of the best people of the day. Our constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. We celebrate this day every year as Republic Day. The Preamble to the Constitution. Indian Constitution starts with the Preamble. The Preamble is an introduction to the Constitution. It reveals the aspirations of the fathers of the Constitution. Could you understand the meaning of the Preamble? The word "we the people of India give to ourselves this Constitution" make it clear that the source of power is the people. Observe the words in capital letters in the Preamble. The Preamble declares that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and the people enjoy justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Sovereign state. The country which does not yield to foreign powers and behaves independently in internal and external affairs is a sovereign state. In spite of India being a member state in the Commonwealth of Nations and United Nations Organization, governed by their constitutions, it is a sovereign state because the membership is optional. Socialist State. The state which reduces the economic inequalities among its people and strives for their economic development is a socialist state. Secular State. The secular state is one which does not have its own religion. We do not have a state religion in our country. No religion is either hated or encouraged. All religions are equal in the eyes of the government and given equal justice. Democratic state. The preamble to the Constitution declares India as a democratic state. Democracy is the government of the people, for the people and by the people. The Constituent Assembly elected by the people framed the Constitution according to the wishes of the people. Republic. If the head of the state is not a hereditary king or queen, but an elected representative, it is a republic. A democratic state alone can become a republic. Justice. The preamble to Indian Constitution assured social, economic, and political justice to all its citizens. Justice, liberty, and equality are the ideals in all the democratic constitutions. Democracy is not only a kind of government, but also a socio-economic system based on the above ideals. Social justice is promoted by socialistic pattern of society. Justice is done only when it is given equally to all. Liberty. The preamble to the Constitution assures liberty to citizens for thinking, expressing, and worshipping according to one's own belief and faith. The fundamental rights were granted to them with a view to safeguarding liberty, which is necessary for the development of individuality. Justice, liberty, and equality are closely related and interdependent. It is not possible to separate them. Equality. All the citizens are equal in the eyes of the government, irrespective of their differences. All the citizens get equal opportunities for development. The preamble to our Constitution assured opportunities to all citizens to achieve equal status. Fraternity. The Indian social fabric is damaged due to caste, creed, and class revivals. Therefore, the preamble to the Constitution desired to achieve fraternity by enhancing the individual respect and inculcating national integrity. Unique and outstanding features of Indian Constitution. There are some unique and outstanding features in the Indian Constitution which are not found in other constitutions. These unique features brought speciality to our Constitution. 1. Lengthiest written Constitution. Our Constitution is one of the lengthiest written constitutions in the world. It became lengthy as it deals with each and every minute aspect in detail. In the beginning, there were 395 articles and 8 schedules. At present, there are 444 articles and 12 schedules in our Constitution. Rigid and flexible Constitution. The procedure of amendment to the Constitution reveals whether a Constitution is rigid or flexible. If the Constitution is amended through a simple legislative procedure followed for enchanting a bill, it is a flexible Constitution. But on the other hand, if the Constitution is amended through a difficult special procedure, it is a rigid Constitution. Indian Constitution is neither exclusively rigid nor exclusively flexible. Fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. Fundamental rights. If the citizens have to enjoy liberty without the fear of being curbed by others, the fundamental rights are essential. Our Constitution has granted us a liberal list of fundamental rights, which are uncommon in other constitutions of the world. The fundamental rights are definite. We cannot enjoy the rights which are not included in the list of fundamental rights. We have 6 fundamental rights. They are the right to equality, the right to freedom, the right against exploitation, the right to freedom of religion, the right to education and culture, and the right to constitutional remedies. Directive principles of state policy. Another unique feature of Indian Constitution is the inclusion of directive principles of state policy in the Constitution.